Hello there, What Culture football fans. I'm Adam Wilborn from What Culture, joined by Ewan Patson.
Hello.
From What Culture to discuss more breaking transfer news, this time involving Liverpool. Apparently Real Madrid are interested in one of Liverpool's lethal front line from last season, but not Mo Salah. They are apparently targeting Sadio Mané. Ewan, thoughts?
Nah.
There we go.
Nah.
Thank you very much for watching. New Real Madrid manager Julen Lopetegui has apparently spoken to Real Madrid president Florentino Perez, nailed it,
guy.
And said basically you have to sign him this summer. It's kind of unorthodox, I suppose. We all anticipated that the big Spanish clubs will be going for Salah this summer, but now also targeting Mané, who was kind of overlooked, I suppose, this season. We all appreciated how good Liverpool were going forward this season, but it was Salah who grabbed the headlines. But you would know as a Liverpool fan just how good and how much Mané contributed as well.
Yeah, I kind of think Firmino, to begin with, was considered the underrated element of the front three, and I think to an extent that's still true. But Mané had a really, really good season. Once Coutinho left, you kind of saw him shift roles, because obviously last season he played on the right, he then shifted to the left to accommodate Salah. And when Coutinho left, Mané kind of became the true number 10. He was the one who was creating the chances. He was the true creative force in that attacking lineup. Obviously, you can look at sometimes his decision-making has been rather poor in areas, but he's still a very, very important element of that team. And yeah, there was reports, I think it was a few weeks ago before Zidane announced that, oh no, it was just after Zidane had left, and it was a French football outlet who said that Zidane had originally wanted Mané to be his original signing, and then those plans were scuppered upon his his resignation. So I don't know. I don't think there was an interview as well where he was saying like he's very happy at Liverpool, but trophies. I do think of trophies and all this. So obviously he left the door open, but I'm not particularly worried.
Yeah, it's one of those like a couple of not necessarily even that poor performances. Just missed the odd chance in the Champions League, and people said, "Oh, already had a very good season."
It's a fantastic season.
20 goals in all competitions, 8 assists as well.
Yeah.
He has been contributing more than enough to that Liverpool front line. Yeah, it would be intriguing. I sense that Liverpool obviously don't want to let him go, but would concentrate more on making sure they retain Salah as well. But surely if you can keep that front three together,
yes,
all you need to do is build the rest of the team around that, and you could be title challengers next season.
Maybe. I think the most interesting thing is that Firmino recently signed a long-term contract. Apparently, loads of like really good contract. I think it might have been like a 4 or 5 year extension. And then obviously there have also been reports that both Salah and Mané are lined up for contract extensions as well. I think Salah, when he originally joined, he was on like a £90,000 a week contract. Obviously, in light of his performances in the Premier League, you're probably going to want to beef that up a little bit, considering Dejan Lovren is currently on more. But that aside, yeah, I think we'll see new contract announcements over the coming summer. I would be surprised if Madrid were to heighten their interest in both Mané and Salah this summer. Potentially, I can see this happening later down the line, but for now, I don't think there's really much to be worried about. This is the Spanish press doing what they usually do.
As a very biased Liverpool supporter, are you kind of happy that Salah and Egypt are out of the World Cup?
I wouldn't say happy, because I think you look at the qualifying campaign that Egypt had, and you could obviously tell how much it really meant to both Salah and Egyptians as well. And I think they've left under really tragic circumstances. Obviously, they had the very unfortunate late goal against Uruguay, and then the own goal against Russia yesterday. On one hand, I do think Salah was potentially rushed back into a little bit prematurely. He didn't look completely switched on, and to that extent, yes, I kind of think it potentially is a good thing for Liverpool, because it means he gets more rest and he can come back fit as a fiddle for the next season. But obviously, it's very sad for Egypt at the moment. So, yeah. Indeed.
And finally, an update on the Fekir transfer. We sort of discussing this the other day. It's rumbling on, isn't it? It's not dead in the water.
Yeah, there's some. If I draw your attention to this map of conspiracies I have over here, there was an interview with Fekir's agent, and I forget which French TV channel it was, but there was an interview, and they asked him about the Liverpool transfer, and he said Fekir didn't sign for Liverpool because, and then he pauses and he goes, "The story is not yet over." Either way, you can look at that as being he's in, and other clubs are in for him, or. Potentially, I think there's something to do with the fact that Lyon's financial reports had to be done after a certain day, and that's why the announcement wasn't made originally.
Right.
And then also to do with the fact that Lyon issued that very stern denial when we're like on the 11th hour of the deal going through. They issued that very stern denial that Fekir wouldn't be leaving. So I'm kind of thinking that potentially Liverpool and Lyon together might have had something to do with this. I don't know, this is me just spitballing, like, you know, things. I think there's something very telling in the silence from Liverpool journalists at the moment. No one's really mentioned any specific kind of alternative targets. So I genuinely think that deal might go through after the World Cup's over. So.
Yeah, the general speculation, I suppose, especially with Thomas Lemar going to Atletico, was, well, if Liverpool weren't even mentioned as being in for him, or potentially as a club he could sign for, I know he's not the only player you were looking at, but the lack of effort would suggest that probably the Fekir thing is still on. And maybe Lyon are just thinking, let's hope he smashes in a few goals at the World Cup and we can charge an extra $5 million here.
Probably. I don't know. I think there was a report yesterday that Deschamps is going to play Matuidi on the wing, so I'm going to have to just laugh at that a little bit more. Ha ha.
It's like me playing FIFA this.
It's like Josh Brown playing Busquets on the wing.
Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think that Liverpool will be able to hold on to those lethal front three from this season? Do you think Fekir's transfer to Liverpool is still on? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe too. You can check out more stuff online at whatculture.com and check out more of our recent videos here. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Adam from What Culture. He has been Ewan from What Culture, and we will see you soon. Wow, wasn't that great, guys? I don't know, it's your decision. Subscribe if you enjoyed it down here. Check out more of our content over here, or check out some of our other channels over here. Oh, you better click it before I do. No, seriously, you should click it though.